Hello, YouTube. Oh my god, I so badly wanted to do an unboxing for you today because I've been expecting something for like 2 weeks. And I keep checking the tracking number from UPS, and it said that it was supposed to be delivered today. But then, as I'm sitting here waiting, drumming my fingers and crap, waiting for the UPS truck to come, I go back and look at it, and it says it's been delivered. It was delivered yesterday to my local post office. So guess what? It was sitting in my mailbox the entire time, and it's not even a box. It's a stupid shipping bag. What? Anyway, so I cut it open. This is a reenactment. Anyway. And it's my new Nook. It's not new. It's certified pre-owned, which means it's used. But, you know, for $79.99, I can live with that. Let's see what it looks like, though. Because it's used, I sort of expect it to be completely dirty and covered with chocolatey fingerprints. And, like a pee stain from people taking it to the bathroom with them. Because that happens, right? So it's sort of kind of not what I expected. It's very clean. It's actually very clean, and it looks nice, and that's Jules Verne, I believe. You know him. Sort of like a steampunk hero at this point. It's surprisingly clean, and it works really nicely. I went ahead and loaded the first book on my new Nook. And this isn't the first book, but here's a book that I got. Julie Kagawa's The Iron King. Is it Kagawa? Because Kagawa seems like the way to go. But I don't know. I don't know, Julie. I've heard that the Iron Fae series is awesome, and I fully expect it to be. The last Fae book I read was The Replacement by Brenna Yavanoff, and I loved that. I thought that was insanely good. But let's see. I will show you what I actually bought, because the Iron King was free. I got that from Harlequin Teen a while back. They had a special promotion where you could download it from their site for free. So, there you go. I also have Hunger by Jackie Morse Kessler on here. But my first purchase through Barnes & Noble, it was super easy to do too, was The Body Finder by Kimberly Durting. And I've not heard anything but great stuff about it, so I'm excited to read it. As far as reading, and I'm going to put it away. Because as far as reading on a Nook or on an e-reading device, I've tried to read on my iPad. Not my iPad, because if I had an iPad, I wouldn't buy a Nook. Actually, I had thought about buying an iPad, but then I figured if I could go on there and play games and all that crap, which you can do on here too, which I was not aware of, or I probably would have thought differently. If there's any way I can distract myself, I'll do that instead of reading. I have to be cut off. So actually the Nook is probably a better idea for me, but because the iPad's so sparkly and pretty. Anyway, whatever. I'm not going to get one. What I was going to say though is that I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm distracted by the Bronte sisters because it's a new picture every time. Does anyone know how to make it so it's pictures that I want to see? I don't know. They're okay, but whatever. Let's see. I have no idea where I was going with that. I will say that I did get some actual books. They're not YA though. The first one, and this was from the Borders clearance sale, closing sale. It's sad to say that it's not a clearance, it's a closing. But I got Then We Came to the End by Joshua Ferris. And I'll read the back. No one knows us in quite the same way as the men and women who sit beside us in department meetings and crowd the office refrigerator with their labeled yogurts. Every office is a family of sorts, and the Chicago ad agency Joshua Ferris depicts in his exuberantly acclaimed first novel is family at its best and worst, coping with the business downturn in the time-honored way through gossip, elaborate pranks, and increasingly frequent coffee breaks. With a demon's eye for the details that make life worth noticing, Joshua Ferris tells an emotionally true and funny story about survival in life's strangest environment, the one we pretend is normal 5 days a week. Which, when you work in an office, when you get to that point, and for those of you who already do, it's crazy as hell. So, and I've heard that this is the funniest book since I don't know, since something. Anyway, I'm excited to read it because it was on my reading list for this year. I also got Lev Grossman's The Magicians, which has been called Harry Potter as if Bret Easton Ellis had written it. He's the guy that wrote American Psycho and Less Than Zero, so it's sure to be crazy. I got a recipe book because this is the year I'm going to get organized, and that was a really good deal. And because I'm tired of going through here looking for recipes. You'll notice that the likelihood of me actually getting organized is not so good, considering there are divider cards in here that have never been used. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what will happen. I don't know. I will tell you this, that I am excited to actually try... Oh, that reminds me about Nooks and about e-readers in general, is that I've not actually read a book on an e-reader. I've never done it before. And I've always started them. I've had good intentions and, we're like, yeah, I'm going to read it on my iPod. And I take it to the gym and it scrolls. And I swear to God, I've lost interest so many times. That's why I was not willing to pay full price for an e-reader, because I kind of have this idea that that I may not actually finish a book on it either, which bothers me considering the price of them. The other thing, I have to figure out how to get it into the tub because I read in the bathtub a lot. So I guess I'm going to have to buy those quart-sized Ziploc baggies and shove them in there, because I will undoubtedly, the first thing I do will drop the damn thing into the water, right? And it's probably, there's some kind of shock. I'll author killed by his own Nook, which sounds kind of dirty, like I had prostate cancer. Which was always the funny thing, because I know a lot of people that worked at Barnes & Noble, and they were like, oh, please, no, don't call it a Nook. Don't ever call it a Nook. It's a Nook. It's a Nook. Anyway, I'm excited. It's pretty. It's shiny. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I wasn't interested in the aesthetics of it, because I've heard that the Kindle 3 is a much better product, but this matches my my MacBook. It's the same color, and that's... that's awesome, right? I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I want to get a skin for it. Then it won't match anymore. Unless I get a skin for my MacBook, too. I'm just spending money left and right. You people are making me spend money just to do these videos. So, anyway, I've been rambling. It's snowing outside. It's frigid here in Washington, and I've got so much work to do. I promised Melissa, the Metalhead Bookworm, that I'm going to do a writing sort of vlog post about how to find an agent. So I plan on doing that because I know that there are quite a few writers that are watching this channel, and a lot of the reviewers are aspiring writers too. And so I wanna give back. I wanna give back to the community, or just do exactly what I always do, which is just kind of spew shit. Anyway, that's it. I will talk to you later. Like we're on the phone. See you later.